Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Gallagher, and today we're going to discuss multi-step equations. So most linear equations require more than one step for their solution. So multi-step equations require more than one step for their solution. So here's some steps to solve multi-step equations. Step 1, we want to undo the parentheses by using the distributive property. So step 1 is to undo the parentheses by using the distributive property. And that's only if it's presented in the problem. If they're not presented in the problem parentheses, you're going to go to step 2, which is combine your like terms on each side of the equation. So step 2 is we're going to combine our like terms on each side of the equation. So let's look at an example of what exactly that means. In example 1, we have x plus 4x plus 6 equals 31. So your first step is you want to combine your like terms. You want to identify it. So our like terms here are x and 4x, x plus 4x. So we are going to combine our like terms. We're going to combine x plus 4x. And that's going to give you 5x, and then bring everything else down, plus 6 equals 31. Let's look at example 2. We have 16 equals x minus 2x plus 9. Again, you want to combine your like terms. And our like terms here are x minus 2x. And x minus 2x is going to give us a negative 1x. So we're going to rewrite the problem. 16 equals negative 1x, or just x, plus 9. So what do you notice in both example 1 and example 2? What kind of equation do we have now? We now have a two-step equation. So now we have a two-step equation. And therefore, we're going to follow the steps to a two-step equation after we've completed step 1 and step 2. Getting rid of the parentheses and combining your like terms. So step 3 would be to undo addition or subtraction, which is the first step for a two-step equation. So step 3 would be to undo addition and subtraction. And then our next step would be to undo multiplication or division. So step 4 would be to undo multiplication or division. And remember, what our goal is always for any equation we want to solve is to get the variable by itself. So our goal for any problem, any equation problem, is to always get the variable by itself. So let's do some examples together. So let's read our directions first, solve each equation. In example 1, it states 5x minus 2x equals 15. So our step 1 in multi-step equations is to get rid of the parentheses by using the distributive property. Well, do we see any parentheses in this problem? No, we don't. So we can skip this step. Now let's go to step 2, which is combining our like terms on each side of the equation. Well, do we have like terms in this? Yes, we do. We have 5x minus 2x. Those are like terms, so we want to simplify it. And 5x minus 2x gives us 3x. So we're going to combine those. 5x minus 2x gives us 3x, and then we're going to set it equal to 15. So now what do we notice here? 3x equals 15. We actually simplified this to a one-step equation. So our next step would be to undo multiplication or division. So we're multiplying here, and we're going to undo it by dividing. Okay, we essentially skipped step 3 because we don't have any addition or subtraction here. So we divided both sides by 3. The 3's are going to cancel, and now we're left with x equals, and then 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So x equals 5 is your answer. And remember, you can always check your work by substituting for the problem. If you plug in 5 for your x value, 5 times 5 is 25. And then again, 5 for your x, 2 times 5 is 10. Therefore, we have 25 minus 10. And does that give you 15? Yes, it does. Let's look at example 2. 3 times g minus 3 equals 6. So our step 1 is to undo parentheses. Are there parentheses in this problem? Yes, there are. So we're going to say 3 times g is 3g. And then 3 times a negative 3 is a negative 9, and that equals 6. So what do you notice here? We have a two-step equation. We have a two-step equation. So we have a two-step equation at this point. So now we're going to follow the steps for a two-step equation. Next, we're going to undo addition or subtraction. Well, we have subtraction here, so we're going to undo it by adding 9 to both sides. We're going to bring down our 3g, and the 9s are going to cancel. So 3g, bring down your equal sign. 6 plus 9 equals 15. And then our next step, undo multiplication or division. We're multiplying, so we're going to undo it by dividing. The g's are going to cancel. So g equals 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So your answer is g equals 5. Let's do 2 more examples together. So now let's look at example 3, which is a little bit different. It says s minus 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So what you want to do in a problem like this is you want to get rid of the denominator. You want to get rid of the denominator. And we're getting rid of the denominator by multiplying it to the answer or the result. So we're going to multiply 2 times 2. We're going to multiply 2 times 2. So now we're going to rewrite the numerator, s minus 4 equals, and then 2 times 2 is 4. And now we have a one-step equation. So now our one-step equation, we're going to undo the subtraction by adding 4 to both sides. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. We're going to bring down our s and cancel out the 4's. So we have s equals 4 plus 4 is 8. So s equals 8. And remember, you can always check your work to see if this works, if s equals 8. So if we plug in 8 for s, if we substitute 8 for s, so we have 8 minus 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. Divided by 2 equals 2. And does 4 divided by 2 equal 2? Yes, it does. So whenever we have problems like this, we want to get rid of the denominator by multiplying it with the result. So in an example 3, we want to get rid of the denominator by multiplying it with the result. And the result is the answer. So let's look at another example together. Example 4, we have x plus 4 plus 6 equals 31. Okay, so our first step with these kind of problems is to undo the parentheses. There's no parentheses here, so we can skip that step. Our second step is to combine our like terms. Are there like terms here? Yes, there are. X plus 4x. So we're going to combine them. And that gives us 5x. So 5x plus 6 equals 31. And now what do you notice here? We have a two-step equation. So our next step is to undo addition or subtraction. We're adding here. So we're going to undo it by subtracting 6 from both sides. We're going to bring down our 5x, and the 6's are going to cancel. So you have 5x equals 31 minus 6 is 25. And then we have a one-step equation. 5x equals 25. You're multiplying here, so you want to undo it by dividing both sides by 5. The 5's are going to cancel. So now we have x equals 25 divided by 5 gives us 5. So x equals 5. So now what I would like you to do is the U-try section. Please complete problems 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we will discuss it in class. Thank you.